Yeah, good morning, everyone. Uh, Friday we saw US market correcting marginally, and but the today futures are more of a flattish. Uh, but apart from that, Asian markets today are seeing some profit booking, and most of the market, apart from Hong Kong, is down by around 0.5 to 1%. Like Korea, South Africa, New Zealand, all are down. Whereas if you see commodity, oil is again moving up and now over $82.2, whereas aluminum and copper are positive by up by around 0.5, 0.7%. Iron ore is down by around 1.8% and steel is flattish. So mixed reaction are visible from different market. We may find here again some range bound trade in today's trade for Indian market. Now I'll request the technical team to take up from here.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Good morning, all of you. See, Friday we see that market close important, managed to close above important resistance level. That is first important resistance level is 17,800 and Nifty close above that important resistance. So today's we expect some positive momentum, maybe open a gap up, but we can see the important next intraday resistance is 18,840 to 18,817 upside. If Nifty break that level, then we expect further positive momentum towards 17,900 and 17,940. So currently support important support place around 17,740. So we expect positive momentum, but we can also see the upside immediate resistance, that is 17,870 in market. Bank Nifty also managed to close 37,800. Do we expect positive momentum in banking and upside next intraday important resistance is 38,000 and 38,170 and upside. If Bank Nifty break this level, then we expect further momentum towards 38,500, 38,800 in upside. But it break after break, so you can watch closely that important resistance for Bank Nifty is 38,170 in upside. Support place around 37,550 and 37,300 at downside. Nifty Finance also managed to close above 18,000 level. Do we expect in positive momentum and upside 18,100 is the next important resistance for Nifty Finance, and support place around 17,900, 920 in downside. In stock specific, we expect positive momentum in TCS at current level. Important support place around 37 90 80 at downside. Upside I expect 3940, 3970 in upside. National Aluminum also looks positive. We already given this call last week, but we see the positive momentum in National Aluminum towards 114, 120 in an upside. So we expect positive momentum in these two stock. And negative side, PL looks weak at current level, and Indigo also trading near the resistance zone. So we expect some pressure also in this stock also. Downside 1960, 1940 is the next important support for Indigo. So we expect pressure in Indigo. Upside resistance place around 2020. You can keep a stop loss at 2020, and downside 1940, 1960 is the next target for Indigo. So that's it for technical. Derivative I can carry.
Thank you, Vikas. See, on the derivative front, the overall open interest continues to be low. Um, However, there are two things to note here. The VIX in the last 2-3 days has reached above, the 17 and half, 18 levels. It was briefly above the 18 levels. Now with Nifty going up, the VIX should ideally have been low. even though Nifty has gone up, the VIX has gone up as well. So again, this is a slight negative. And the second thing is Nifty has approached the 18,000 levels. It had gone towards the 18,000 levels on Friday and saw some selling pressure. So overall, we have reached a congestion zone where some selling pressure can come in, and we advise to book profits from current levels on any trading positions which have been bought lower. So in the next few days, Nifty will reach 18,000, probably break the 18,000 levels, and then again witness some selling pressure because of the data. The data is slightly negative now, and we believe one should be booking profits and anytime in this coming week. And these coming days, we might see some days where some aggressive selling will come in. So booking profits and staying on cash would be a better option for the next few days at least. However, we believe 18,000 will again be retested in Nifty. So it can be retested today or probably in this coming 1 or 2 days, and then probably selling can come in. So look out for the same. From the stock specific front, there will be stocks which will continue to perform, and overall, the metal sector as a whole seems to be good now again. They Some of the stocks have broken out on Friday, and we are likely to see further buying in these stocks going forward. So, like Vikas said, National Aluminium, Hindalco, even SAIL, these stocks are likely to perform pretty well in the coming days, and one can look to buy the same. From the selling space, we believe IT sector has reached an open interest where some amount of selling pressure can come in. Some divergence is there. So IT sector, even in the rollover monthly we had sent, the IT sector might underperform for this month, and we continue to believe that this will happen in the next few days as well. That's it from my side. I'd like to ask the fundamental team to take over, please.
Good morning. KEC International has one order worth 1025 crores across various businesses, including railways, civil, oil and gas pipeline, smart infra cables. So this is positive. Also, life insurance monthly numbers for December have come, and the industry continues to grow strongly at 32% year on year for all private players. And among them, the ones that outperformed were Bajaj with 69% APE growth, Max with 40% growth, and HDFC Life with 38%, while underperformers were SBI with 19% growth and ICICI Prudential with 11%. From April to November, we saw that HDFC Life and Max Life were underperforming, while SBI and ICICI grew faster than the industry. However, this is the first month since the start of the year where we have seen acceleration in growth in HDFC and Max. And on other hand, SBI and ICICI have slowed down. So from a near-term point of view, there could be outperformance from Max Financial and HDFC Life. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. During the weekend, Avenue Supermart, that's DMart, came out with the results. Results were broadly in line with expectations, as we knew about the revenue, where the company has shared in their business update. So the sales came at 9,200 crores, and it is a growth of around 18% Q1Q and 22% YOY. However, gross margins have come down marginally because of the mix deterioration. The company is still not seeing any improvement in the general merchandise and apparel business, and only FMCG essentials are doing well, where the margins are relatively lower. So margins came at 9.4% EBITDA margins against expectation of 9.5%. However, the results are in line. The share is still trading very expensive at 119 times FY23 EPS. So, though we believe some positive movement in today's trade, but we don't see much upside from here in DMart in the near future, at least. SH Khelkar came out with their Q3 business update. The company has said that they witnessed recovery in demand However, overinflation has moderated the volume growth with contraction in consumer wallet share. The sales for the quarter grew by 5.5%, while the raw material environment was challenging, and it expects the margins to be in the steady range. Another negative about the company is that the net position has worsened at where the debt has reached to 438 crores in the December quarter as compared to 347 crores. That is almost 100 crores increment quarter on quarter. So we expect we expect the stock to be neutral because the positive and negatives both are outweighing each other. Biocon has announced today that US FDA has not approved an application for insulin aspart, which was filed by its partner Viatris. The US FDA has issued a complete response letter, which is that US FDA tells what all they needs in the application to be completed, and they don't see that this application is complete. So that is why we believe this is marginal to negative for Biocon in today's trade. Thank you.
Yeah, good morning. Tata Steel came out with its business update. For their standalone business, deliveries stood at 4.25 million ton, down by 4% sequentially and 5% year on year. Deliveries were down due to lower exports during the quarter. For their Europe business, deliveries were flattish quarter on quarter at 2.15 million ton. Deliveries were flattish due to the supply chain issues in steel consuming sectors, including chip shortages faced by the auto sector. For Tata Steel long products, sales volume came at 164,000 ton versus 168,000 ton sequentially. Sales were lower due to maintenance shutdown. This is marginally negative for Tata Steel for today's trade. Thank you.
Yeah, TCS had said that they will be considering buyback also along with the results on 12th of Jan. So this may act positive for the TCS in near term. The buyback is expected to be over 25,000 crores, and prices are also expected to be higher. So this can support the prices for the TCS and even. So that's all from us. Thank you very much and have a great day.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel for in-depth interviews of India Inc. and press the bell icon so that you do not miss our updates.